Welcome everybody to this next game. We're spawning directly on top of Mr. Satini from Absolute Legends, the yellow Terran in the top right. And this person's opponent is a very strong opponent. It is Acer.Nerchio from Team Acer. It is a very powerful Zerg. I mean, Nerchio is proven to be ridiculous. Nerchio has got an insane series so far. I mean, he's up 2-0 in a best of 5. If he wins this game, he is taking home the tournament, and that is always impressive. The European Zotac is one of those tournaments that has some of the most insane just player skill sets ever. I mean, we had DRG getting knocked out earlier, and that's insane, especially because Satini is the one who did it, and Nerchio is now up 2-0 against Satini. It's a very, very different types of games than the one we saw of DRG against Satini, but Satini is just playing so amazingly well, but Nerchio is managing to outplay him, going for the good solid macro and just getting tons of links. He just gets up to ultras and then he just pushes forward and just goes for a few attacks, just gently hammering, and yes, I said gently hammering. I mean, he literally, that's a good way to put it, because he gently hammers his advantage in a little bit more every single engagement until all of a sudden he just smacks the hammer and all of a sudden it's GG for Nerchio. And it's a very cool thing to see. The strategy was work out quite well, and now he's got a free game. He could literally just bailing bust this game, try and win. If it doesn't, well, who cares? He's still up 2-1 in the best of 5. He's got another 2 games to take the series. So Satini may be forced to play a little bit defensively, but on the flip side, Satini could go for a ridiculous cheese of his own to try and handle Nerchio, and if Satini can do that, he can all of a sudden have a foothold and a nice bit of momentum to go ahead and take the series back. You guys should really let me know what you guys think is going to be happening by going for the voting system and go to xanderfever.tv/vote, and we can see your percentages and everything down here below my mouse cursor, so you can know that right now 80% of people think Nerchio is going to win the series, while 20% of the people still say Satini. So please go ahead and go some more. I mean, right now we're saying that a viewer, we need folks, is saying that Nerchio is a very emotional player, so if Satini can actually manage to win this game, Nerchio could but become a little bit uncomfortable. But just take a look at the gas beam mods. We're going to see metabolic boost going to come down fairly soonish for Nerchio. Satini, on the other hand, has gone for a gasless expand into double refineries. We're probably going to be seeing him go for a reactored Hellion play shortly after, and probably Banshees after that, considering we've seen Satini being very proficient with his Banshees. I would really, really expect that to happen. Alright, so now, right now, there's no tech coming in. We're about to be able to have enough for the metabolic boost. We see that Nerchio is actually pulling off all of his guys at the perfect timing. Start that metabolic boost. We have 0 gas remaining. Very nicely done. So those small little timings that are very nice to see. Alright, so now Satini's going to be able to pop down his reactor, and we're going to see the timed very nicely to get his double Hellion production. His command center is now done and immediately going to an orbital command. Satini's build order is looking to be spot on. Now we're going to watch as this SCV should be able to actually escape with its life. It's being chased by a fair amount of lings, but the lings are still slow lings, so this SCV should be able to come out on top. Alright, so with this in mind, I'm kind of curious about whether or not we're going to see more gas beam mine from Nerchio. And ooh, that doesn't seem like the nicest thing to say, but I mean, Nerchio is looking like he was expecting yeah, but in the past you were much stronger with mixed strats. It doesn't seem like the nicest thing to say. Ooh. Okay, well, looking like we're going to be having some Blue Flame Hellion play coming out of Satini. So, Nerchio was saying varied strats make him stronger. We're going to be seeing Blue Flame Hellions, and a lot of Hellion production going to come in. There's the Blue Flame. We're going to have more Hellions coming in, and that's going to be awesome. And with this in mind, I'm kind of expecting to see Nerchio going for something along the lines of roaches, spine crawlers, lings, all of that good stuff. And with Satini going for a wall, it'll be a nice defensive spot. But if a bunch of roaches came in to hit Satini right now, that'd be really bad. But Roach Warren's being thrown down by Nerchio. He hasn't really seen much of anything. He's just seen this entrenched position via this Overlord, the new Speedy Overlord. But that's going to be really awesome to see him, because this one's going to move in and actually may be able to get this. It's going to get the scout. There's nothing that Satini can do to actually stop this scout. The second Nerchio moves in, he's going to see the two factories with a reactor and a Tether lab. He's going to know exactly what's happening. There's the first factory. He clicks on it. There's a second factory. He clicks on it. Now he's going to see the reactors. He's going to see the tech lab. He sees the research, and oh, more BM. Ugh. And with that, Nerchio is going to be able to move in. And looks like he kind of realized that the various traps were coming in, and I guess that's why he got the Roach Warren. So Nerchio's being a very intelligent player. He's going to get down a ton of roaches, and now Satini's going to be really unhappy because his odds are not looking too great. So right now he's going to be moving in now with all the Hellions. Let's see how he's going to be handling it. His Hellions are still good against packed up anything, so roaches are no guarantee to defend it. But right now, Satini is clearly trying to do what he can with all of these Hellions. So we see them roasting in and just overly destroying those burning down corpses of the drones. But looking around, there's a third command center coming in also. So I like the Satini's doing that. And look at the double eBay too. Even in the midst of going basically mech, he's going to go for double eBay upgrades and prepare for a really strong bio switch. Because right now, Nerchio is definitely expecting mech. He really is expecting mech. He's now going to get down his lair. We'll see if he's going to try and do something like rush to hive, or if he's going to go for straight roaches, get his glial up, get his upgrades and everything. It's not looking like he's going to be going that particular route. I think he's going to be going for the hive tech because he's getting the melee attack upgrades. If he was going for roaches, I'd kind of be expecting him to go for the missile attack. Although I have seen players stick with the melee attack and everything, go pure roach anyway, and then just have a really strong switch to ultras or broodlords. But Satini is just contentedly macroing up right now, getting down his siege tanks. His Fukao is not that far behind, even though he did almost nothing with the Hellions. He is still macroing quite well. We can see literally he's only killed those two drones that we saw roasting. But with Satini about to get his 1-1 upgrades, he's going to have a nice little bit of upgrades for those Bioforces. And, oh no, Nerchio's getting a 4th. That's bad news for Mr. Satini. Especially because Nerchio is also getting his 2-2. So Nerchio's upgrades are faster and more solid, especially considering the fact that there is no armory out for Satini. He needs to build it in order to get out this next set of upgrades. But in the front, looks like Satini's going to be getting down his command center at the Rich Vespine Geyser. So he'll be getting 6 gas for every trip and everything that he mines there. Looks like we do have the armory now beginning, though. So we should be able to see 2-2 getting started for Satini shortly. He'll probably also start working on getting out his +1 vehicle attack, so his siege tanks and one-shot Zerglings and everything. But, we'll see when he wants to do that. But right now, look at that. Nerchio, my God, play the game, Nerchio. But he's like, mech question mark? Well, not really. It's Daybreak. I mean, it's GSL version. Yeah, alright, so now, moving on, it looks like Nerchio's going to be taking another one. He's really expecting mech. He's actually expanding a lot, and this could favor Satini, if Satini does go for the surprise bio thing, because we do see that the upgrades are going down. Plus, he's got all of these, racks all of a sudden going to be moving in with the production. Combat shields going down. Nerchio... He's going to be expecting, but right now we do have the lair going down, very quick lair. It looks like he is definitely expecting the mech. He's getting the spire down as well, so he's rushing to Broodlords now, because he's expecting it to be mech. So now this is going to be very interesting to see how Satini's going to be handling that, because even when you're going biomech and all that, with the tanks and the marines and all that, you still need some kind of presence of the hive tech. And now we're going to see, oh! Nerchio gets denied! And we do see the starport is there. The thing is, though, did Nerchio see enough to realize it's not actually mech? I think he did see enough Marines that he's not going to get fooled by mech, but he'll probably still go for the Greater Spire, still get down the Broodlords, because Broodlords are almost never truly weak. So if Nerchio can get them out, he'll have a great opportunity for a really strong timing attack. But we're going to have them pushing forward. We've got the Roaches looking to be quite vulnerable. The Infestors are on the field, but it looks like Nerchio's retreating. Let's see how the Fungal landed to try and save this Infestor. It does sort of work. It just doesn't look like he's going to get the kill on this army quite yet. We're watching him pushing forward. Oh, I can't take the UI, but now we're going to watch pushing forward. We've got all of the links going to stream forward. Fungals, big Fungals landed. They're all in a choke. We just see so many lings just roasting there from the Hellions in the back, and it looks like Nerchio's going to crush that push. My God, did he crush that push. Really, really well done, as all of the units from AL.Satiini are being forced back. And AL.Satiini could be in a really rough spot. We have 77 drones to 69 SCVs. This army difference is really being shown through the food count difference. Nerchio's got leads to everything. Maybe not upgrades. Maybe upgrades? Maybe not upgrades. Yeah, 2-2 upgrades. Yep, he's got leading upgrades as well. As he's starting his 3-3 upgrades. 3-3 upgrades are going down. We've got the Hive done. Greater Spire is now morphing. So we're going to have him having 3-3 Broodlings out within the next couple minutes. But we see AL.Satiini is now going to attack. We have a big surround by those Lings coming in from the back. This entire force of Marines is going to go down. We have the Roach is going to be retreating. Roaches that do not have any attack upgrades or anything. But Nerchio is playing quite well. Aal.Satiini, though, has got a fair amount of food and everything coming in. And this is going to be really, really interesting to see how this is going to be happening. Because it's just so many Marines and tanks. Tanks are on siege, too. They're going to do more damage against the Roaches. With all these medevacs out, Aal.Satiini is not really losing Marines. He's keeping them alive really efficiently. He's doing a great job of just attacking what he can. And Nerchio is looking like he's going to be in a bad spot. The misread on the mech may actually end up being his downfall. Even with all his trash talking, Aal.Satiini is looking strong. Aal.Satiini is looking very strong. And with Aal.Satiini looking strong, he's able to push in. He's scanning. He just stimmed every single one of those Marines. I mean, I'm all for stimming and dealing damage, but oh my God, he's got fungled. Really nice fungal from Nerchio. He's not going to be able to... He does finish it off. He got the second fungal down, so he gets a nice pick off there, but Aal.Satiini still has so much, and now Nerchio is going to be able to, well, lose his Greater Spire. That's really bad. I don't think he had any Corruptors even on the field, but he's going to Aal.Satiini's going to lose his entire army for that. We have Corruptors on the field, but no Broods, no Broodlord Cocoons. So we just have Corruptors there. But we're going to have it attacking the top left. Aal.Satiini is going to move in and just take down that expansion, and now he's going to be able to kill off all of those drones. And it looks like Nerchio's going to go for a flank, but we have a scan from Aal.Satiini. Kind of funny that he scans when he has a medevac just moving along over there. But we have more medevacs and be moving on forward. There's a single Thor in the mix. Now we're going to see Nerchio go for another attack. Lands a nice fungal, not the best fungal, but there we see more fungals going down. But Aal.Satiini is once again continuing to just make that lead go higher and more into his favor. He's playing amazingly solidly. Amazingly solidly. Alright, so now we've got all of these Marines that he's throwing forward. They need a fungal to be landed for Nerchio. Nerchio does land one fungal, but there's just so much from Aal.Satiini that Nerchio is in a really bad spot. We're just watching Aal.Satiini pushing forward, streaming forward with so many Marines. They are 2-2. They're going to get their +3 armor, but apparently the +3 attack was never started. That base is being forced to be cancelled. Yeah, there's no +3 missile attack started, but we're going to watch as this entire base over there is going to start getting shut down. Those SCVs are going to be falling, and we've got a huge fungal. Massive fungal gets thrown down there. I really want to know where that infestor went. I want to look at its kill count because it must have been huge. But Nerchio is going to go ahead and be unable to kill the command center because it does float and fly, and that's kind of hard for Zerglings to hit. And now we have the Lings coming in from the back and be able to try and envelop this army. Nerchio has actually managed to take a lead in the food. Wait, what? Nerchio's going to punish that army. Nerchio just... What? 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 Nerchio just... Nice job there. Now you have 2 Marines trying to work on killing off this expansion. Actually doing a scary good job of it, too. Alright, so now with these Marines going to be falling their lives away. Notice that Statini still does not have his +3 attack. So any infestors are here. None of them have any kills, unfortunately, for them. No, infestor. Oh, this one has 7 kills. That's a nice little move. But now we're gonna have possibly Statini getting flanked by this army from Nerchio. Statini's not sieged up. Statini is moving down the middle. These Lings are now gonna be able to see the army, but now we see Statini's gonna see the army as well, and we're gonna have him go for a big engagement. We see a huge fungal. Like, oh, Nerchio is landing those fungals so efficiently well. But then Statini is gonna take so many heavy losses. More fungals are going down. The fungal is ridiculous. Statini is really taking heavy losses from the fungals. Oh my god, Nerchio is just streaming forward. We've got infested Terran, we've got roaches going down the middle. We have Nerchio scanning once again. He doesn't want to get hit by any kind of burrowed infestors. But he cleans up. He cleaned up. He cleaned up. Oh my god, he cleaned up. But Statini is down 30 plus food. So with Statini down 30 plus food, we're going to be watching all these infestors moving. Oh my god, they're out of position though, and they're just in danger of losing this space, but we've got more infestors and Lings coming down from the bottom. Once again, massive fungals. These infestors are just going to move on to that base over there, but these medevacs are looking to be a little bit unhealthy, but we do see that that hatchery was taken down. We see another fungal is going to go ahead and start landing on those medevacs, but with this drop of the infested Terran, we might actually see this command center. No, the command center is not going to die. The SCVs did manage to get pulled too, so this base for Statini is actually being forced to lift off. These infested Terran are not going to be able to kill it though. Alright, so with this in mind, Statini is starting to get a little bit hammered. We can see how Nerchio's managed to kill a ton of SUVs. Statini's killed a ton of drones. Nerchio's SUV count is actually, or Nerchio's drone count, it's actually fairly low, but he doesn't have very many bases actually up and running anymore. He's got this one new one. His third is getting close to mined out. His natural is getting close to mined out. His main is mined out in terms of the minerals. There's still gas and all whatnot, but there's no greater spire or anything. And it looks like Statini is just content to float this command center down. Looks like he may actually land it and start working on this base and his income, or he's going to go ahead and bring it back into his main base, it seems. Or just move it somewhere. I don't really see any landing pad for it. Or just landing insignia for it. But still no +3. Still no +3 for Statini. As Nerchio is content to sit back and macro up. He's getting closer and closer to being maxed. Because Statini is only at 104 food, quite far behind Nerchio. And Nerchio is playing super well. And he's got Bro Zerg, and he's looking for the scouting information that he really wants. And he's 3-3 Lings. There is no 143 Lings. He's going pure Ling infestors, 16 infestors, and now we're going to watch as these infestors are going to push in. They may just start spawning forward with a ton of, yeah, there it is. They're going to go ahead and bring down the infested Terran, but a lot of them do get taken out, but this is a really nice angle attack for him. You know, the push in, more fungals are landing, Lings are going to be streaming forward. They don't even have the adrenal glands yet, but that doesn't matter when you have so many Lings. Oh my god, Statini is looking like he's going to be getting taken down in this European Zotac Cup. It's the 171 go to... So there's the happy face and the GG. So that is game. That is the Zotac Cup. It is the European Zotac Cup number 107. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're interested in competing in the Zotac Cup, go to zotac-cup.com. We've got the North American one every Saturday at 6 p.m. EST. We have the European one every Sunday at 8 a.m. EST. I cast them both. It is a lot of fun. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. We just saw an amazing final. I just want to say, if you want to go ahead and get any of the replays or any of that, I will be releasing them to xanderfever.tv. The VODs will be there as well as a small write-up and everything. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that. I had a blast, and this tournament was actually getting close to 6 hours, so I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Thank you guys so very much.